Hi everybody, I hope you're doing marvelously well. In this episode, we're going to talk about the 8 things that I've learned in my career. I hope you're all safe, happy and healthy. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button down there, and if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified when we have another video. And you can, of course, go to producelikeapro.com and sign up for the email list, get a whole bunch of free goodies. So I'm going to list the 8 things that I feel like I've learned the most in my career. I will say, as a global thing, just don't be defined by other people's expectations of you. Number 1, work with people you like. When I was in my early 20s, one of my bosses at the music store I was working at told me this, and it's stuck with me ever since. It's possibly the best advice I've ever been given. You won't always enjoy your work, even if it is your passion. That old adage of do what you love and you'll never work another day is baloney. Deadlines, low budgets, and many other things can make the most fun sessions stressful. However, if you have colleagues and clients who you respect and enjoy spending time with, then the work will be much easier and you'll get much better results. Number 2, problems and issues will always happen. How you deal with them is what really matters. The best thing you can do is accept that there will always be issues. There'll be multiple recalls with conflicting mix notes, DAWs crashing, plugins freezing, cables cutting out, gear breaking down. These are the things that happen to everyone. So firstly, don't beat yourself up for things that you can't control. And secondly, and most importantly, learn how to deal with these things as they happen in a relaxed and calm manner. Creating any unnecessary drama with an artist in the room will make them feel uneasy and may cost you opportunities to work with them more in the future. So stay calm, stay relaxed, and get used to the fact that frankly, things go wrong quite often. It's how you deal with them. Number 3, clients choose nice over smart. Experience has taught me that being a pleasant person is much more important than how much you know. Sure, it really helps that you know your DAW. You know all the shortcuts, you know every mix trick ever. The information is out there and it's easy enough to learn the things that you need to succeed. You can open up YouTube and find out a million different ways of solving a problem. However, being a nice person, a good person, might not only be what gets you picked in the first place, it is also the number 1 reason why people will keep coming back to you. This in turn will enable you to cultivate relationships, grow your network, and create new opportunities. So be somebody easy to work with. Be somebody who respects the artists and gives them the opportunity to shine. You want to cultivate the talent you work with. 4, don't be afraid to say no. This is a big one. I've been told by many people as I was up and coming that I said no to them. Even though I was working 12 and 15 hours a day, sometimes 6 or 7 days a week, it was always on things that helped me grow and develop all of my skills, both relationships and the technical skills. This is significant because so many people are just yes men. Leaders always appreciate colleagues who are willing to challenge them, of course in a respectful way. Similarly, don't feel pressured to take on work or accept a job that you don't want. Because if you know that you aren't going to gain anything from it, don't accept it. Here, the 2 out of 3 rule applies very well. You need 2 of the following 3. Number 1, the money. Is it so well paid that you just can't turn it down? Number 2, the music. Is it in a project that is completely amazing? Is it so prestigious with these hugely successful people that you can't turn it down? Is it an incredible sounding music that you just have to have your name associated with it? 3, the people. Are the people involved such great people that you love working with? Is it a session that's going to be enjoyable and easy to work with because the people are wonderful? These are the criteria that you need to be looking for. You need 2 of these 3 things in order to say yes to any session. Saying no can also help you keep the time clear to hone your craft and reflect and search for new and better and more interesting opportunities. Something better is usually around the next corner. Challenge yourself to get better at your craft, build your relationships, and don't sacrifice those things by taking on work that will not let you grow. Number 5, it's okay to take risks in your career. Real experience is gained making music. I know that sounds really obvious, but you need to be creating. Not only will you not be penalized for taking risks or experimenting in your career, it is actively encouraged. This is the music industry. We are creatives. The best music of all time was made by people of all ages, from their teens and 20s right up until the day they died. Age is irrelevant. Experience is gained by making music. Think of the very famous Malcolm Gladwell quote about the 10,000 hours, about how the Beatles went to Hamburg and played back-to-back shows night after night, hours and hours of playing. So by the time they were in their early 20s, they were massively experienced. How did they get experience? By creating music. Don't wait to do the thing you love. Don't hesitate, just create. 6, surround yourself with the best. Find supportive mentors. Over the years, I've been blessed to find mentors and supporters whose achievements and their approach to life I admire. I've worked with so many of them. You've heard me talk about them many, many times. Jack Douglas, Shelley Yakus, and Dave Jordan are just 3 of the incredible people that I've had in my life. These people whose work ethic and love of life I admire continue to be a source of inspiration to me. These people are not only a valuable source of advice and inspiration, they've also become great friends. So look for in others what you want. Surround yourself with people that you admire and can inspire you. If you want to support a family and put your kids through college, then find people that are able to work in music that have supported a family and put their kids through college. Those are the kind of people you need to surround yourself. Whatever your goals are, if you want to be the best metal producer that ever lived, learn from the best metal producers that have ever lived. But remember that you want to make sure that they have all of the things in life that you want as well. This is very, very important. So surround yourself with the best of the best and learn from people you admire. Number 7, define your own success. Don't be ruled by other people's definition of success. In high school, I got pretty down when I was told I wasn't reaching my full potential. It was meant, of course, to motivate and encourage me. However, it just made me realize I was being judged by somebody else's criteria for success. As creatives, we cannot be defined by the constricts of a typical 9-to-5 career. Music is a life choice. As I look back on my past as a touring guitar player, bass player, engineer, studio musician, DJ, production sound engineer, A&R consultant, producer, mixer, and now audio educator, I love my incredibly varied and interesting career. I am happy with the impact I've made, and I hope to continue to grow and, most of all, keep giving back. So there's no way I would have been able to define that by anybody's view of my life. So when somebody is giving you their best, most honest idea of what you need to do as a success, remember, that is something that only you can, and most importantly, only you should define. Don't be hemmed in by other people's idea of what success is. Last but no means least, there is no such thing as a traditional music career anymore. It's gone. The world of music has changed so much in the past 10, 15, or 20 years, and it will only continue to do more so. We all have such long working lives ahead of us, and it's completely natural that each of us will end up having multiple facets in our career. There is no one way that this is going to work. The most traditional music career paths don't exist anymore, and even if you do get to be an assistant at a studio, The cost of living in most major cities will mean that you are supplanting your income with extra mixing and production work. Probably like editing vocals, putting in drum samples, editing drums, doing all this after your 12-hour day. You come back and work halfway through the night to make an extra $100 or so you can afford to pay your rent. So do what you love and what you find is interesting. And don't worry if that changes and evolves, because it will, and that frankly is a great thing. So please leave any comments and questions below. Thank you ever so much for watching. I feel really blessed to have had this massively varied career, and it keeps evolving and growing. It's just an incredible experience. And I could never, ever have pictured my life to be like this. I came from a little village in England, next to a small town. My parents' house was 654 square feet. So it was tiny, and it was a 2-bedroom, and there was 5 of us, 3 kids. It was a semi-detached bungalow. And even though we didn't have much, I grew up in a beautiful area, and the local schools were really great, and I was surrounded by wonderful people, and I knew that I wanted more. I knew that I wanted a bigger and better life, and I wanted to explore the world. So I left that little village. I moved to the north of England, I moved back down to London, I did all kinds of stuff, and I ended up, after living in lots of different places all over the world, I ended up living in Los Angeles and building a career here. So I can tell you that you can come from any beginnings and you can do this. Don't be defined or confined by anybody's expectations of you. You can do this, and we're here to support you. So please leave any comments and questions below. Thank you ever so much for watching, and have a marvelous time recording, mixing, playing bass, playing guitar, anything, whatever it is in the music industry that you want to do. Don't be defined by other people's ideas. See you soon.